medication or substance of unknown origin.
They just put venom on you! They just put venom on you! They threw in kryptonite, the symbiote, tech jacket, and Viltrumite jizz on your forehead! That got from unknown origins! That shit sounds like the Spider-Man Brand New Day credit scene! What is on your forehead? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to YouTube channel. As we all know, we all like to be as perfect as possible, but sometimes it could end up being an Icarus situation where we fly too close to the sun and we end up falling and spiraling, realizing that we were beautiful in the first place and we didn't really need to do all the new changes that we did to know that you were beautiful. It was just that you wanted to be perfect, and then eventually you accept who you were and you realize how beautiful you truly were. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways though, today we are watching China's deadly bobblehead disaster. Now, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I'm perfectly fine with my body. You know, sure, there's some flaws I don't really like that I want to work on, but overall, I don't think I would ever get any like surgery on my face unless I really need it. Let's say I end up like Dr. Doom, then yeah, you know, maybe I do want some surgery on my face to try to bring back my face. Outside of that, there's no point in me, you know, getting more surgery because I don't want to fall like Icarus. Anyways, let's get straight into that video.
What are you looking at? Oh, I've just got a lot on my mind. And this mind has no wrinkles. So recently in China, having a bigger forehead has become the new influencer aesthetic. People are going into beauty clinics to get this pill-shaped filler called baby forehead injections injected into their forehead.
But like, why? That's the question I'm always asking. Why? There's always a why to the why. Why is it a new trend every single day that people follow? Because like, imagine you get all these other surgeries that were the new trend, right? And some of them have been bad because he's clearly making a lot of videos on this. What do you do when you see a new one? Do you just go with it even if your face is like dysmorphing already? Let's say you got one for like the cheek, right? And the cheek is like falling off. Oh, well, I just saw this new trend. I want to do it. Are you going to do this one too? It's like, why though? I'm trying to find the why and why people do this.
And then they start physically molding your face to get the shape that you want.
Oh my god.
It was easy, fast, flexible, and gave people that cuter forehead aesthetic.
No, he didn't, gang. He just gave you a freaking Roblox looking head. Gang, you look like I can connect you on my phone. You look like you got a Beats by Dre speaker on your head. I don't want that. Gang, they did not help your forehead. They did just put a pill inside.
Except, months later, random bumps start growing and your forehead starts getting bigger and bigger, protruding outward. And if you try pushing it back in yourself, it'll start multiplying. And that's how millions of people started.
Holy shit, she got a beanstalk. Holy, how do you even fix this? How do you fix this? She did just got a don't press me button on her head. What, like, yo gang, what are we doing? See, this is what I mean, but like, why would you trust these new trends to put in your body if you're seeing results like this? Like, sure, let's say she didn't see that, right? But why would you still trust it when they're putting freaking pills on your head and then they're like molding it? Like, that would hurt, first of all. And second of all, I don't know why you would do this. Like, I don't like the forehead. I don't think having a bigger forehead does anything, really. Like, I don't know if I have a big forehead or not. Wait, how many fingers is this? Three-ish fingers. Like, I don't know if it's like what people look at me for the first thing, you know. What's the first thing that people look at me? Is it the forehead? Is it the eyes? Is it the mustache? Is it the mouth? I don't know, but I sure as hell won't get any surgery, so I don't end up like this. Quick intermission, sorry guys, but we are so close to 1,000 subscribers and I really want to be able to reach it, so I thought if we can get to 1,000 subscribers, I will shave my head. That's right guys, so if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys subscribe. Anyways, back to the video.
Yes, the bubble saga continues, but this one might be the worst one, especially because you can go blind from it. Now, this all started because having a rounder and fuller forehead started becoming a beauty aesthetic. Who would have thought having a bigger forehead is now a trend?
Oh, I know, Yusuf stepping in and going like this. I feel like you should not follow any beauty standards because if you love yourself, I feel like that's fine. Don't let any discouragement make you do stuff like this. You know, because at least to me, I would rather date a girl that is natural I don't care if you're if you consider yourself ugly. I would 100 times date you more than anybody that I can clearly see that they have Botox and all these other stuff. Yeah.
Recently, the full forehead aesthetic has been going viral on Douyin because having a fuller forehead is associated with looking younger, more beautiful, and healthier. Really? It also gives the face a more warmer and pleasant appearance. Influencers call this having a cuter forehead, which is associated with looking younger. The forehead is also a part of the face that reflects somebody's...
I said this last time too. Okay, nah, she's bad. Anyways, I said this last time too when we reacted to a video similar like this. Why do people want to look younger? You know, why don't you just accept who you are, your age? You know, people want to be young. I'm still trying to be older. You know, I'm barely about to turn 21. I can't wait till I turn like 24, 25 so I can just grow out my whole beard and I look my age. You know, because I look older, but I'm not older. And I don't want to feel like I'm young. I want to be old. Because I know once I'm older, I'm going to look even better. But I'm accepted. You know, I accept I'm 20. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. So I don't understand why people don't accept who they are and their age.
In Chinese culture, having a well-developed forehead will give you wisdom and health. And also fortune. And possibly your credit score. While a flatter forehead can make your face lack definition.
I forgot they got credit scores and shit like a battle pass. So yeah, if you modify yourself, you might get better credit score than the other people. That's deadass like getting YouTube subscriptions. Gang, dude, you just gotta walk around and tell people, yo, make sure you like and subscribe my my credit score, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get that up. We are so close to getting 1,000 credit score. Make sure you guys hit that like and recommend me to the government so we can get 1,000 credit score. How does that work?
It's also associated with you looking more angry, more intimidating, and it can actually affect your future luck. I mean...
Okay, I kind of want to test this out then. How's my forehead looking? Can you guys see my forehead properly? Do I have good luck or do I have bad luck?
I mean, in China, many places actually require you to take a photo of yourself before you apply for a job.
Really?
And if you match that beauty aesthetic, chances are you'll get the position.
Okay,
damn, I should have invested more points into my forehead.
Okay, now I understand why a lot of people over there in China are modifying themselves more than usual. Because that shit actually helps you, bro. That's a pay to win. You gotta buy a new skin every trend. And it's deadass pay to win, bro. Now I see why people will be buying the battle passes over there.
And for those who believe that their forehead was too flat, forehead fillers had become the perfect solution to create a cuter and fuller shape. They call it the baby forehead aesthetic.
Gang, that's
because
not
it gives you a younger forehead. Now, the goal was just a small change, a little bump on your forehead to give you that S-shaped side profile. The goal is not supposed to look like you've got a lot on your mind. And this is where it gets pretty wild, especially in the way they perform these injections, because it is not no regular injection.
Gang, they just gave you a virus on your head. That's a malware. It's not supposed to be there.
They physically use their hands and mold your face. First, you either choose forehead fillers, such as hyaluronic acid, my best friend. Or, if you want even longer results, you get fat taken from another part of your body. Either way, the doctor doesn't just simply inject one tiny spot and then magically your forehead becomes perfectly round.
They gotta mold that.
They inject the filler into your forehead to create this pill-shaped mold inside your forehead tissue. And when I say pill-shaped, I mean your forehead can literally look like there's this long rounded capsule sitting underneath your skin. Like somebody took a giant pill and then implanted it in you. The doctor then starts physically using their hands to mold your forehead. They press on the area with their fingers, spreading it, squeezing it, pushing it so that it's carved exactly to how you like it.
So, isn't that how people be getting tattoos under the skin? Like they be having like stars under the arm, horns under like right here. They better chill out though, cause one day they might create Clayface. If y'all see from the comics, Clayface was doing this shit because, you know, they ruined his face. He started doing all new cosmetics, bringing that shit back. He turned clay. So, realistically, one of y'all out there is about to turn clay. Y'all better chill.
This is wild, because they're literally sculpting your forehead like a clay pot. Yeah. Oh, I see now. It's just a new form of art, using your forehead as a canvas to create something great,
gonna put the signature beautiful, on that.
Something that'll start growing. Now, the goal is to distribute that filler, so instead of remaining in that concentrated pill-shaped mold, the filler should become more evenly spread across the forehead. Then, as the area settles, the filler is supposed to absorb into the tissue to give you that more fuller appearance, so you'll get that job interview. And remember what these injections were promoted for: foreheads that weren't full enough or protruding outward enough or have wrinkles. The hyaluronic acid was supposed to add volume underneath the skin and smooth out areas to get that baby forehead aesthetic that everyone wanted. Except months later, people started ending up getting these random bumps on their forehead, almost as if something was living inside
right over the eyeball.
And moving around. And what does any normal person do when they see that? They start molding it again and squeezing it back into place.
See, I'm telling you, bro, it's Clayface. It's Clayface. This is the exact same plot that's happening in Clayface. I'm telling you, bro, this is real. We need a Batman.
They start pressing on it and trying to flatten out the bumps. And that makes it even worse because it starts irritating the reaction and your forehead just starts growing and protruding outwards.
To the Beluga family.
This is how people started ending up with the bubble forehead effect.
Oh my God.
The foreheads don't just start growing and protruding because of counterfeit fillers. Basically, even just a slight bit of extra filler injected can make...
Hold on. You can't tell me. You can't tell me they're not the same. Again, what are we doing? What type of surgeries are we getting? Deadass. What are we doing in our life?
See, these injections were marketed as baby forehead injections for that baby face aesthetic. But many of these beauty clinics started secretly adding this material called polylactic acid to save money and speed up procedures. This
is what I'm talking about, bro. Why are you trusting random people telling you, oh yeah, I'm a professional? Where are their credentials at? Because I swear, if they showed me on my glove and ID, yo, gang, I'm dead ass suing, calling the police, and I'm running away. I'm not letting them inject nothing on my forehead, especially where they're injecting a sort of acid in my head, gang. I know acid. Acid melts everything.
This is a form of plastic that's used in 3D printing and food packaging. And what makes this scarier is that some of these doctors think that these bumps are simply due to the fact that there wasn't enough filler in the first place because it's uneven. So when people go back, they inject more to balance out the bumps. And then they do the same thing. They start molding it together. So fix the problem with the problem. Why are we sending reinforcements?
Well, because people want more money. That's probably like the easiest way. Think about it. If you can get your client gullible and vulnerable, you can be like, hey, I have the credentials. You're seeing that I'm a doctor. I suggest you get more. That will help. And that's the problem. These clinics are grabbing people that are already vulnerable and already trust them because of those credentials. That's why it's dangerous. And that's how they're making more money. I feel like that's, I don't know. I don't like that.
Even celebrities weren't safe from this. I mean, the Chinese actress Huang Yi was once filming a C-drama, and that's when netizens noticed there was a big dent on her forehead. And Huang Yi later posted pictures revealing 2 dents on her forehead, which she got from pressing down the forehead filler after it started growing. It's a lose-lose situation. You either let the bumps start growing bigger and bigger, or you press onto them and you end up with dents. Take a look at Miss Lang, a 38-year-old woman from Huanggang. She one day basically woke up, saw herself in the mirror, and saw wrinkles on her forehead, which she thought was making her appear older. Then she heard that hyaluronic acid could remove or reduce those wrinkles. So she started looking into getting the treatment, and at first, she actually consulted several local hospitals. Meaning, initially, she was actually looking at these legit medical professionals.
Okay, that's good.
But there was one problem. The price. You see, Chinese aunties don't just bargain for street food. We bargain for our healthcare. She discovered that a single injection at those...
Now, like, okay, I understand if you can bargain for anything else, right? Let's say for food, for items, for, you know, clothes. I understand that. But when it comes to your health, I'd rather pay top dollar, regardless for what little, you know, sickness I have. I'll pay top dollar because I take my health very seriously. I can't see myself going, oh yeah, let me go to that one alleyway. I heard they know how to get rid of coughs. I'm gonna trust those people. Gang, I can't do that. I gotta go to the professionals, the best, and just spend that money. You know what I'm saying? Because anything is better than dying or having shit happen to your body that you will most likely regret.
Costs around $300 to $400. And for Miss Lang, that was too expensive. So a friend of hers recommended her to a beauty studio. And you already know exactly where this is going. This beauty studio had a significantly cheaper option. Employees at the studio showed Miss Lang a bottle of medication and told her that it consisted...
Look at that. That shit look worn out. I'm 100% not trusting this shit.
...of imported injections. From where? We don't know. You know, maybe our girl Wang Jing would know, and her clone factory might have them, actually. So the price? $80.
Alright, quick side tangent. Why do girls want to look the same? I'm not gonna lie, I'm sorry. I know I'm gonna be mean, but she looks like the Cat in the Hat here. She does look like the Cat in the Hat. But like, why do y'all want to look the same? I feel like to me, what makes a person unique is not that they're getting the same, you know, everything. It's the fact that you're you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should be trying to look like somebody else because that kind of devalues you.
So she got the injection, went home, and the following morning, she looked at her forehead and there were 5 massive bumps. So she let it settle for a while, and at first it did look like it disappeared. I mean, during this interview, she didn't have anything on her face. But literally just a couple months after, it came fighting back and much stronger this time.
My God.
The entire area on her forehead had become a large bump and it started growing outward. At this point, Miss Lang rushed to a hospital in Wuhan to seek medical treatment, and the doctors there believed that Miss Lang had actually been injected with a medication or substance of unknown origin. So even the doctors—
Gang, they just put venom on you! They just put venom on you. They threw in kryptonite, the symbiote, tech jacket, and Viltrumite jizz on your forehead. That got from unknown origins. That shit sounds like the Spider-Man Brand New Day credit scene. Talking about some new world detected, new world detected. Gang, what is on your forehead?
Whatever substance had been used had triggered a rejection reaction, causing extreme bumps to grow out of her head. And now she has to constantly go outside with a face covering, all because of a couple wrinkles on her forehead.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I don't do any changes to my body. I don't ever do any tattoos or any of that. Because I'm going to be like, okay, what if I regret it? You know, let's say 2 weeks in, I'm looking at my arm. Yeah, I kind of don't like it. That's why I don't do anything like that. Let's say this is the best I'm ever going to look. Why should I try to change that? I don't want to go any further. You know, I'm pushing my luck already. I don't want to push it more.
Most low-cost beauty salons have a 75% chance or higher of using counterfeit products. The clinics attracting customers using cheaper prices will inevitably use cheaper materials. I mean, how else are you going to balance out your profits? And counterfeit products are only one possible explanation for these failed cases, because even with proper hyaluronic acid
I feel
fillers—
like I don't have to say this, but if you're in the beauty industry doing this, like let's say for example, you frequently get Botox or anything like that, I feel like you should know, hey, if it's cheaper, it's probably counterfeit, and I definitely don't want to put that in my face. I don't understand. Like, you have to know that. Like, especially if you're getting a lot of other ones. I feel like, I don't know. I would not trust anything that's cheap. I think I would want to pay top dollar for anything that's going into my body. Deadass. Like, for example, let's say I lose my hair, right? At the age of 23. I would want to pay top dollar here in the US rather than go to Turkey, because I'm not trusting whatever happens in Turkey.
The amount you inject, the placement, the distribution, all of that matters. Overfilling or improper molding with your hands can easily make the forehead start protruding outward. You can't just go, all right, little more over here, a little more over there, and okay, perfect. Also, forehead fillers are not fixed. Chances are it'll deform, it'll start moving around, gravity will affect it, even your sleeping position will. So when you're freestyling on someone's forehead and molding it with your hands, you're pretty much taking a gamble on what's gonna happen in a couple months. Scratch that. It can actually come back to haunt you in a couple decades. There was a woman whose fillers started protruding out her forehead 30 years after the injection. 30 years.
Bro. You're not safe.
Back in 1996. I don't even want to know what materials they were experimenting with back then, when we're already getting these bubble cases right now. And this is where it gets really bad.
I kind of want to know the history of Botox. Hold on. She like she's been here from the Quang Dynasty, gang. Holy shit.
Recently, a new side effect has been popping up, and it's probably one of the worst ones. Bumps, dents, bubble foreheads. Okay, yeah, those are bad. But what if it starts affecting your eyes? This starts getting significantly more serious because your face has blood vessels and your forehead has a lot of them. And a lot of those are connected to your eyes. Which brings us to the most severe case of a forehead injection. A woman who walked into a cosmetic clinic wanting a cuter forehead, and then she went permanently blind. Recently, cases of blindness have been spreading everywhere because many of these unqualified professionals are accidentally injecting into a blood vessel, which causes blockage to your brain. This was a 25-year-old woman who visited a cosmetic clinic for injections to make her forehead fuller. The clinic was located in Sinyi district, and the treatment she received was packaged as the elf needle. Don't even ask me why it's called that.
First, the hell's an elf needle? See, this is the bullshit I'm talking about, bro. I'm not trusting nothing. Like, imagine they told me, oh yeah, we're gonna put a rhino pill right here on your forehead. We're gonna smother it too with, you know, just a needle, and you should be good. You're gonna get the new battle pass, the new power up. King, I'm not trusting nothing that has like elf, rhino, fantasy names into my body.
Now, this woman wanted her forehead to look more fuller and rounder, and you can see that there are multiple needle marks across the left side of her forehead.
Holy shit.
Like a lot of marks. And during the injection, she had her eyes closed. While the doctor was working on her left side, suddenly she sees a flash of light in her left eye. No pain at all, but when she opened her eye, everything was completely black. She immediately told the doctor and nurse what had happened, and they later found out that they injected the filler into a blood vessel, which caused a blockage. The clinic then rushed her into an emergency room, and the hospital said that she suffered an eye stroke. They diagnosed her with central retinal artery occlusion. In other words, she became completely blind. What makes this entire story so disturbing is that this cosmetic clinic was licensed to do these procedures. Like, they weren't the cheap option. They were trustworthy, and they had the
So even if you do go to the rich ones, you're cooked. At this point, just love yourself. Like, just love yourself. Just love the way you look. Just love everything. Just love yourself for everything you do, gang. It's not worth it. If the rich ones are failing, the counterfeit ones are failing, and the cheap ones are failing, gang, just love yourself. Find a God that you believe in, and just, I don't know, just find a way to not do this. Okay, that's all I'm trying to get at. Don't do this if it's not gonna work, please.
After she went blind from the injection, the clinic stated that the dispute had been handed over to their lawyers and that both sides were handling the matter legally. Also, the person in charge of the clinic and the doctor that was involved, no comment. And lately, all these failed cases of blindness due to injections started spreading rapidly. You see, there's just simply way too many important structures going around in your forehead, which is what makes forehead injections one of the most dangerous places to actually—
So please, if people are noticing it, don't do it. Please, I'm begging you guys, don't do it.
I mean, the cycle is just terrifying because at first, you get the forehead filler and you get a more rounder and slightly fuller forehead. Then bumps start appearing, and then you get more to even out the bumps, then more bumps start appearing, you get more to even out the bumps, until your forehead just starts protruding outward and you get that bubble forehead effect. And obviously these cosmetic procedures are sold through the success cases. One aesthetic starts trending, then influencers copy it, these clinics advertise it, and it's basically a beauty industry infinite money glitch.
See, I'm so glad I'm not like a woman, bro, because deadass, I don't get to do all this. I'm chilling, bro. Deadass, I'm chilling. I mean, even as a woman, I don't think you gotta do all that. If you truly know you bad as hell, you're like, hey, I can pull it. I don't care. Because I guarantee you right now, there is a man out there for every single woman, regardless how you look right now, regardless how you act, how you dress, how you move, anything, regardless any of that, I guarantee you there is a man out there that will go for you. Deadass, they will go. Trust me, they will. So please, ladies, keep in mind, you don't gotta get all these surgeries. You don't gotta do all this, you know, and if you do, because I can't stop you, please go to the ones that are safe, and hopefully everything goes right. You know, I'm praying for you guys that everything goes well. Anyways, that is the end of the video. You guys let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. This was very interesting to look at, and I'm really curious to hear what people have to say about all this, you know, because I don't really do any of that beauty stuff. I don't really do any cosmetics. So if there's any ladies, please let me know what you guys think about this. And if you have heard cases of something happening like this here in America, because that's in China, I want to know if there's bad stuff happening here. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed it and you guys want to see some more, make sure you guys like and subscribe so you guys don't miss anything. And you actually get to join my group of people. You know what I'm saying? These people are full of love, and I will make sure they never have to suffer any of these consequences if they ever want to get, you know, anything done to them. I will personally pay for whatever they want to get and make sure they get the best of the best doctors at it. And these are the people that will be wealthy in the future. So if you guys want to join them, make sure you subscribe. Anyways, that is the end of the video, and I'm gonna go check out my forehead. I want to see how big it is. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.